And we're back with the one and only Gus Constantellis, who's back on the Doralicious show. I think this is the third time, but it's coming to Toronto very soon. Gus mo, how are you? Τι κάνεις?
Great. How are you doing? I'm so happy to be here.
Και Ειρήνη μου, να πούμε ότι ο Gus έρχεται April 17th. He's gonna be in Toronto
Και
comedy.
γιατί έρχεται, και αυτό να πούμε, γιατί έρχεται είναι το πιο
Γιατί,
σημαντικό.
γιατί, τι θα μας μαγειρέψει?
Ό,τι θέλετε, ρε παιδιά. Μακαρόνια με κιμά, σπανοκόπιτα, κεφτεδάκια, κολοκυθοκεφτέδες, μαγειρίτσα.
Εγώ θέλω σπανακόπιτα. Δεν την τρώω,
Εντάξει, δεν την
αλλά
τρως.
θέλω να σε δω να τη μαγειρεύεις.
Να σου πω την αλήθεια. Ούτε εγώ την τρώω πολύ.
Ορίστε.
Δεν μου πολύ αρέσει, αλλά εντάξει, ωραία. The one that's in the book is actually really fucking good because it has a lot of dill in it. It's very good.
So, my mom's Greek recipe book. Tell us a little bit about this book. I know how important your mom was in your life.
Yeah, I mean, I'll show you the book. I don't know if this is like going to be on video or whatever, but the book is like in my hands right now. If you're listening, but I mean, I don't know about what can I tell you about the book? I started writing it 4 days after she died, which is kind of crazy to think about. I posted like a video about Giftadaikya on my social, and everyone was like, "Do the book, do the book, do the book." And then I started writing it, and then every day for like a few months, I was writing and writing and writing, and then eventually I posted a video about like being finished with the first draft, and then a literary agent reached out to me, and they were like, "We want to see if we can get this published," and then that was it. And then I worked with the publisher. And the whole process took about like a year and a half, 2 years. It's a really long process. I had no idea. Between like writing and first draft and finalizing recipes and then photography and then production and then now print. So it's really insane.
Congratulations να πούμε, συγχαρητήρια, καλοτάξτε το
Thank
βιβλίο,
you.
να πάει σε όλες τις κουζίνες
Thank
Ελλήνων
you.
και μη Ελλήνων, like, τα
All
καλύτερα
over.
σε ευχόμαστε.
And you know what I love about it, guys? It's like your connection to your mom. Because you started kind of like you went viral on TikTok and Instagram through like doing your mom.
Right. Yeah. And it's interesting because this book really is like a memoir and a cookbook because every recipe comes with a story about my family. So, and it's all about like family, motherhood, being Greek, the immigrant experience, and grief all at the same time. So, like, a lot of the stories are just really sad, but funny, but just really sad. And then I go really deep into like what the experience was of writing this book in the last 2 years. Like, I think like the videos were about my mom and the social media was a lot about my mom. And then this book really feels like a culmination of like me through my mom or like my mom through me and how I experienced her loss through her recipes, but also just through her own life. And so I talk a lot about that throughout the book. It's not just like, here's Tiganopsomo. It's like, here's like a whole book, essentially, and a whole biography about this woman, but then also just an introspection on grief. Like, there was a moment during the writing process where I wanted to start including other people, like my dad and my brothers, and then her friends, and then other people. And then it just started feeling like, well, this isn't really what this is. Like, and then ultimately, when I sat down and I finished it, I was like, this really is just a story about me and my mom and like what it was like to have my mom as me and lose her. And so it feels like a very immediate response to grief because it really is the first 2 years of grief in a book through food. So
Wow.
It's a very interesting, like, I don't know, some of the stories I look back on and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. But it was truly what I was feeling in that moment, and like, I look back on it now and I'm like, wow, like this is intense, but also very fun and very light and just a love letter to a person and a culture and like an archetype of a person. Like, I think everyone has a Greek mom like that, or a lot of people have a parent like that, or a relative like that. And so it's a love letter to those types of people. And a love letter to people that have grieved their parents, but and also will grieve their parents. So it's everybody.
And you know what? I think
Right,
in our
yeah.
culture, food is so important. I mean, Pinas de Birazi, Thafas, Kinami Pinas.
Yeah.
Our, being an immigrant child, especially for first generation parents, it's a whole different layer of it. And number three, it's a story of resilience. It's through food
Yeah.
and the things that they said, they showed you love. Parents, immigrant parents don't tell you I love you most of the time, but they will cook for you. They will take
Yeah.
care of you.
They're, they would wake up at 5 a.m. so you have fresca tiganopsoma zesta, so
Yeah,
they can say, I
exactly.
love you. Well, yeah, that's their way. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I even have a story in the book where I talk about like a few months before she died, we were like making lucumadas together and we were having like a really fun day. And then for whatever reason, she just got really introspective and she just turned to me and she was like, "Nash pore kostaki. Sagapao to kshe." And
Mhm.
it really felt like an apology
Mm.
more than I need you to know this. It felt like I love you and I'm sorry I haven't been saying this.
Yeah.
And so it really brings, yeah. So that was a very nice moment of like, yeah, they just make food for you. But then sometimes they get older and maybe they work on their own trauma.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah, yeah,
they create their
exactly.
own drama too.
Did you cook with your mom before? Like, is it something that you've been doing? You were doing with your mom like for many years, or something
Yeah,
like?
so not like a lot, but like yes, I was, and especially as a kid, I was because I was like the one because I have two older brothers and they were straight, and I was the little gay one, and I was like thrilled to be at home with my mom making cookies. Do you know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
the first time I made her curabiedes after she died, I literally was like, oh my god, I know how this feels. I know exactly how this is supposed to feel. Like I smelt it and I felt the dough, and I was like, etima, it's good. And like it's weird because I've had those experiences like throughout the whole writing process where I've been like, no, this isn't right. Or I'd be like, wait a minute, it's okay, now it's right. You know what I mean? And I would just kind of like pick up things that I knew as a kid. And then a lot of the things that I didn't know how to do, her sister helped me with.
Oh, that's nice. So, do you
Right,
feel
right.
you were in the process of writing the book and doing the recipes again yourself? Do you feel you were reliving the moments with your mom?
Yeah, and you know it really helped me write the stories. Like it didn't even it was it the best part was like I would like leave something in the oven or on the stove. I would go out, I would like go smoke, and then I would come back and it would like smell like my mom's house. And
Oh,
so that like smell every time would just bring me like this weird like, oh, how strange, you know.
And book tour is launching with the
Book
start of
tour,
March.
yeah. Book
So
tour is
what can we
launching.
expect? Tell me.
So, okay, I first of all, I'm doing a bunch of book signings. So I'm actually also going to be in Toronto doing a signing of the book at Queen Books on the 16th too, which is really cool. So, and then on the 17th and 18th when I'm doing the book tour show. So, look, I've been doing like a different hour. I've been doing a show for the last 2 years that's like been about it's just stand up. It's just stand up comedy. It's just about my mom. And it's just about our family, maybe some stories about me. This one's a little different, I have to say. This one's a little wackier.
Okay.
So it's going to be, I'm calling it the book tour because I wrote a book in the last 2 years. And also, I went on tour in the last 2 years. So the book tour show is about the experience of writing a book while you're on tour. So it's and grieving your mom.
Okay.
So it's the book tour. And uh I know that like food is very healing in our culture, but music is also very healing in our culture.
Are you gonna
And
be dancing?
the
Because I
way that we use music in our culture to express emotion is very important. And in the last like 2.5 years since my mom died, I really have been expressing my grief through music, dance, and food. And I want to find a way to like integrate all of those things. So I don't want to spoil anything, but I will be DJing and doing comedy at the same time.
oh my God, I cannot
okay,
wait.
okay. Very
And
interesting.
doing like readings from the book during the show. So it's going to be like literally about like healing through food and music
Mm,
and and like humor. So it's kind of very interesting. I'm trying something very new, but I'm really excited about it because I think it really encapsulates the experience of what this book is.
Okay, so then you're going to be here next month,
Yeah.
April 16th and 17th, right? So we
Yep.
can't wait to, maybe they can come and see you to just get the book and get the
Yep.
book signed by you, or they can come and enjoy the show, which
Yep.
sounds like an amazing show.
It's going to be interesting.
First time you're doing something like this, so
And I have to say, last 2 years ago, it was about a year and a half ago. I think it was October 2024 that you were here for the
Yes.
show, and it was sold out. So make sure you book your tickets. I think very likely more.
Yeah, we did 5 shows and they were all sold out. So yeah, you book your tickets.
Book it. And guys, I will share this story. So my mom loves Gus's stories, and like she follows him on Facebook because she didn't have Instagram then. And this was like a few months after your mom had passed away, or like a short period of time. So my mom didn't know that your mom had passed away. So she comes up to us, "How's your mom?" And then I look at my mom like, "Mom, stop. Don't."
Oh my God. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, that is so funny. I do remember that. And I had to be like, that's okay. I actually got that recently. Someone on TikTok commented on one of my cooking videos and they were like, Πώς κάνει μάνα σου, δεν την έχω δει σε πολύ καιρό. And someone else commented, ρε πέθανε. Ρε πέθανε τώρα 2 χρόνια. Τι λες τώρα?
Oh my God, Greek commentary, παιδιά, πεθαίνω, λιώνω. Αυτά που λένε,
So
it doesn't translate in English as
no.
good.
It's just
when I see any video, I go first to the comments να δω πόσο έτσι έχουν βγάλει ξέρεις, το ταλέντο τους και μετά θα δω το βίντεο. Πρώτα θα δω τα comments, μετά το βίντεο. Γιατί αν είναι καλό το βίντεο, θα έχει πάρα πολλά comments.
Yeah.
You know what? It's interesting because through this like personality of your mom that you created on social media, it was through social media that the publishers found you. So it's such a great source. Like it all connects so nicely together.
Yeah, like it really is insane. Like I posted the video of my Kifta and then it started the book. And then I posted a video a few months later being like, I'm done with the first draft. And like I had like several literary agents reach out to me. I started working with someone. I actually got 4 offers on the book from publishing companies, which is really good. And then we just picked the best offer. They were all like very interested in it, which is really nice. I picked the offer that let me kind of have the most creative control because some of them were like, very like, we're going to have creative control, but it's like, how are you going to have creative control of this type of story? You know what I mean? Like it's so personal. I'm like, you can't take this away from me. I have to be very involved.
I have an idea. I think we need to have you take over a restaurant and cook your mom's recipe for a day.
I would be so down for that. That would be really interesting. I really wanted to do I wanted to do like a family dinner for all my friends where I did like 4 or 5 things and have like 12 people, but this is my apartment. This is it. This is my bed. This is my kitchen. So I can't do that. So I've been really wanting to I've been dying to do something like that for a while.
You know what?
You need a place. Yeah, you need a restaurant or like a private room.
Yeah.
I think you and Irene should do a crossover. So Irene will be launching a product which is called One Bottle Bakery with ingredients of like tureki and
Mothers.
Very nice.
So I'm going to be in charge of the dessert and then you're going to be in charge of the pites and the kyrios.
Perfect. I made tiropita di stebelas hecthes and it was like literally the most delicious thing I've ever had. I made it for my boyfriend and he was like, first of all, I kept like panicking the whole time because we didn't have like some of the right ingredients. And then at the end, it turned out great. And he was like, this is insane. What the fuck is this?
Whatever whatever ingredients you use, write them down. So next time.
It's really funny because like with the cooking, I also talk a lot about this in the book where I'm like, I'm not a chef. I'm not a cook. I am a comedian that is trying his fucking best. And I think that one, the honesty is going to be really refreshing to people. And I think 2, it's going to actually draw more people in because I think a lot of people with these cookbooks are so like, they read some of these recipes and they're like, I don't have that in my kitchen. What the fuck are you talking about?
Make it super
like, you don't even know the name sometimes of the tools they use. I'm like, what do you mean?
What is this?
ChatGPT.
Whereas like because this is a cookbook written by like someone that doesn't, isn't experienced in this, it really is like for everybody.
All right.
And you can do, you know what I mean? So it makes it really appealing in that way. And it's also like, I don't know. It's funny that like I have no fucking idea what I'm doing half the time. But in the 2.5 years since she's died, I've gotten really fucking good. Like now I'm like, oh, we don't have that. Εντάξει, μια χαρά. This how we do it έτσι. Ναι, έλα, με το μάτι ρε φίλε, με
Με
το
το
μάτι. Τι
μάτι.
κάνεις ρε μαλάκα? Like I've already become like that. I'm like, με το μάτι, τι κάνεις?
Oh my God. It's like every time I've asked my mom, how much lavi do you put? Like, δεν ξέρω, με το μάτι. Like and now
Yeah.
you know, but the funny thing is, you become your parents.
Yeah,
At
well,
some
because the thing is you learn like things like ladhi, onion, garlic. It actually 3 cloves, 4 cloves. It's not going to ruin anything. You're not going to ruin the recipe.
point.
But the other things, they're like, no, no, no. Έτσι πρέπει να είναι όμως.
I love it. Yvonne, Guzman, we look forward to having you. You just gave me an idea. I think we're gonna create something. Whether it's a crossover with you and Irene, a restaurant takeover. Εδώ γεννιούνται ιδέες. Εδώ παρέα, παιδιά.
Awesome. I love that.
And see you in a month.
Yeah, I'll be there in a month. That's crazy. Yeah.
Φιλάκια πολλά. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.